Ooh.
And then on top of that, she has this other thing on her other side that you can't touch. And no doctor has found anything there. It's like you touch that spot, she runs out of the room screaming, which is not good when you hear a dog scream.
No.
And she's done that for 8 years. And I started realizing that, in my relationships, that there are people that have that little place that if you touch it,
Yeah.
then they just run out screaming. It's that kind of like, why would they react that way? And there's all this stuff that we have, sort of little painful memories that we don't really even know what they are anymore. They're so deep or so long ago.
Mm-hmm.
And so I started writing a story about my dog. And then today we were walking, and right there where I found the other dog, the dog that had died, she ran into the woods and came out with a snake bite. I'm like, what? No. This cannot be happening.
Oh my God.
No.
That poor dog. Oh my gosh. Yeah. But that's a fascinating concept about the places where we hold pain.
Yeah.
And we can't be touched. I mean,
Yeah.
that can be physical, it can be emotional, there's a lot of layers there. That's a really interesting thing. That'll be an interesting story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know that there are times that I get really angry and I realize I'm not getting angry about something that's happening in the here and now. And I think that's what that thing that Turtle does made me really realize how she just, is not inhibited about it.
Mm-hmm.
It was really, a really good thing for me. It was like an epiphany.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Nice. Anybody else want to share about the last couple of weeks, the journeys or the writing things that they've been doing from that?
Well, Jean, I guess I will. It's Lois. Today I was just writing, and because I had such bad writer's block for so long, I think what this course has made me do is it's just like I'm back to journaling every day, and that's something I haven't done in years. And, just at the basic level, I so appreciate just being able to, get down, and I have a regular time every day right after lunch that I just, journal for a while. And, I think there's probably threads of things in here, depending on what I'm journaling about, that could be picked up later. But right now, I think I just need to do sort of the stream of consciousness journaling. And then, it's breaking down those threads of resistance slowly but surely. And, what do they say? It takes 21 days to make a habit or whatever.
Right.
So you just got to kind of keep at it so it just becomes part of your life. And then I think eventually things will turn into other things. But just the practice right now of journaling daily is just really important.
Yes.
So I'm so appreciative of that. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't even have to turn into writing creativity, as it sort of sparks other things to me.
Right.
That's,
right. Christine,
the very least.
In general, what I deeply appreciate is my own approach to how I write and how I can come at it now from different directions. Mm-hmm. And so it helps to get through some of the blocks. But also, what I really appreciate is what the perspective it allows me to have, not only on myself, but on my own writing and my own expression. So that's for me the biggest gift that I've walked away with. Thank you so much, Jean. This has been so much fun.
Thank you. Yeah. Anybody else want to share just their journey over the last couple weeks or over the whole course? How?
Jean, this is Cindy. I've been finding out that by writing, I'm getting so much clarity. The writing takes me places that I didn't even know where I was going till I find. And the fantasy one, it felt like a fantasy, but then I was like, no, there's all these kingdoms that the more I write about them, the more clear I am. So I can share them in a way people can understand them, or at least have a understanding of like, wow, I've never experienced that. So it's in clarity in all different realms, even at work, writing medical documents, believe it or not, it's helped me at work. So thank you.
Cool. Thank you. Thank you. Anybody else share?
Jean, so this is Meg, and I mean, I've had a practice for several years of writing in the morning, which is more from morning pages into recording my dreams. But what's been really kind of cool is really just taking the practice, like carrying it with. So for a good while, I used to always carry like a really small mini Moleskine journal with me, just on occasion, on special occasions. And now I'm taking it with me everywhere. So even when we had a horrible day where I had to proctor standardized testing and we can't do anything but stare at the children, can't do any work, no reading, no nothing, no working on computers. I opened my journal and just started composing haikus while I was walking up and down the aisles. So,
Nice. I love it.
And I also really just appreciate, I'm so grateful for Jean, is, a huge writing that a few years ago was when I created Ceremony before launching it and writing this really beautiful poem that came through from witnessing a photograph that someone had given me. And all of this ceremony and really deep journeying we've done over the last 8 weeks, me go really deep and mine some really good stuff. So thank you.
Oh, good. I'm glad. It's my hope for this was to sort of mine information and mine nuggets of gold, and that you can expand on in whatever way you like. And so that's really nice to hear. And that's actually, that could be another journey, mining. That gold nugget.
Yep.
That would be fun. So anyone else like to share or have any questions?
Well, that last journey was kind of like mining. At least it was for me.
It kind of was, yeah.
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 Putting light where there's no light and adding and, illuminating for the things that are already bright, in a cave, in a dark area. Yeah, I thought it was kind of like mining.
Yeah, I guess it was.
Oh, and Jean, the other really beautiful gift was that came through in one of the bonus sessions, right? The keys, and the 4 of us on that bonus session all chose radical creativity.
Right. I love that. Have you been working with that?
I have. Yes. I love it.
Yes. Was everybody able to define what
that in her, and it's been really awesome. So thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, you got a great, almost like just a poem from what you wrote. It was pretty much full-on poem. Seemed like.
That's so cool.
I still need to join the private Facebook group. I guess it's over now.
Well, it wasn't super busy. But I would like to continue this in some way, but I haven't really put together a way. So if you guys would be interested, if there's interest in that, I would certainly be willing to do that. But And then, you know, that would keep things sort of, I mean, the group is there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I'm certainly available. So, any other questions or anyone want to share anything at all?
Jean, just a suggestion. I felt maybe if everybody listens to everybody, maybe do just a monthly check-in. What would that look like as you build your groups? Just to keep the writing practice, just a little idea.
Yes.
And maybe we have a meditation, because when you were talking about mining the gold, of course, I went to the beehives.
Of course.
Can't help myself. Of course. And I thought, how can we build this? And then there's a sharing, maybe as you're building different groups of writers, then people come together once a month and just share. I don't know how the format would be.
Yeah, that would be, I mean, it's a good way to sort of check in. It's a good way to sort of, you know, know that you have this to, you know, something to, you know, come and do. And yeah, that's definitely something we could think about and look at. And in the next couple of weeks, I will be sort of finding, you know, ways to do that. So that's a great idea, Cindy. Thank you. Anybody else? Is Lois Humaniac, are you here?
Yeah, I'm having a hard time staying grounded. I totally forgot.
Oh, you're down there in Tennessee where there's like,
Yeah,
it's very otherworldly sometimes.
I'm totally up in the stars.
Well, that's good. It's not
Yeah.
a bad place to be. Well, we're just chatting about sharing some of our journeys from the last couple of weeks, and just how we're using radical creativity, and just various other things. If you have anything you want to add.
Cool.
And possibly going ahead or doing a monthly check-in or some sort of a way to keep this going and keep connected.
Sweet.
So just to fill you in.
Thank you. Sorry to everyone.
Yeah. So does anyone else have anything to ask or share?
I do. Can you hear? This is Debbie.
Yeah.
Can you,
Hi.
can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Because I'm using a tablet and I haven't before. So is my sound okay? I'm not too loud or too.
No, you could even speak up a bit.
Okay, I'm just move it closer. There we go.
Yeah.
Well, yes, I'm with Lois, the first Lois that was speaking, that I've had a long years of block, and it blocked me to the point where even list making was like, no, it was like it was in the habit of not for such a long time.
Yeah.
I knew it, it's all in my head. I needed to get it out, but I was in the habit of not. So this got me into moving into a new habit. And I can't say I've been writing every day, but I'm very inspired by all of you. And if you started a writers club, that we could, join up with you like monthly or whatever, I would definitely be part of that to continue on.
Cool. Cool. Okay.
And then also because, I started just a little late. I think I signed up like right as you started and I missed the first. And I've been trying to catch up with all these amazing things that you've had us do every week with the meditation and then the exercise. So my question is, are those going to be on YouTube for a while that we could actually start?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
They'll be up there indefinitely. Yeah.
Okay.
Great.
Thank you so much.
And if I ever move them, I will give you access
Okay.
Yay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thanks, Jean.
Yeah, those are always available. So,
Good.
yeah, I gotta actually re-listen to them because I sometimes You know, I write out, I have a sort of an idea what I'm going to journey with, but it's not what comes through necessarily. That's just how it goes. So, does anyone have any? I might as well just ask any like ways that I could make this better, or suggestions of how I might do things differently, or you know, improve the class at all. Aside from learning Zoom better. Which I'm sort of getting there.
For me, and this is really strictly a technical question, and I don't know what the answer would be and how to make it better, but I thought that over Zoom and over the when you would play music in the background, it was sometimes fuzzy or sometimes a little tinned or canny in the output on this side. And I think for me, it was sometimes a little bit distracting, but I mean, not enough for, you know, to really get away. But if there was a possible way of improving that, and I don't know if there is, but that would be the one thing I would say.
Okay, that's something I'll have to research because I'm not exactly sure. I mean, I was just using iTunes and just playing it on my computer, which is, you know, not the best microphone. And so I'm going to I'll ask that question. And
yeah, so I don't like I said, I don't know what the answer would be, but that was just, if that's possible, I think that would be really nice for the next group.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree with that. That was really, I never, I sort of assumed that it was just my computer, the way it was sounding. That there was.
Yeah, it's probably mine as well. I do have a new computer. I'm not doing this on it because I haven't quite figured it all out yet, but I'll probably be doing it on that in the future. So.
And maybe it's like an outside source versus the same computer or something. I don't know how it works, but anyway, that would be great.
Okay.
That is a great suggestion.
Yeah. So, anybody else? Anything?
Jean, I was thinking maybe every other week and have the course last longer. I don't know if that's possible. Sometimes every week was just a little bit interesting with my schedule.
Oh, yeah. It's the only thing about that is I do like to keep it just sort of keeps the practice going. It seems like. I'm not sure. But
I think if I were given 2 weeks, I might write less. And, you know, I like the idea of feeling the pressure to write every day so that it becomes that habit, you know, that it becomes something that I look forward to in the morning when I write. And I think that I know that when I have extra time, I'm really good at procrastinating. One of my greater skills.
Yeah, mine too.
I think too, for me, I liked the once a week, even if I was falling behind, because one, it kept the momentum, but two, one thing I really appreciated in consciously and unconsciously, how much the classes kept interweaving with each other and continue to interweave, like each one next to each other, and how they would also weave back upon themselves throughout the class, and especially the last one. It's just there's just such a strong interconnection that I consciously and or like could articulate and couldn't articulate, and I like that, and I think that once a week thing really helped me to be aware of it.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's good. That's good to know. Yeah. It's hard to find the right balance sometimes, but you know.
I was just going to say about balance. I like the balance between how you kind of plan the class, because you can tell the outline of it, but then you kind of go with the flow and it's spontaneous and organic. And that, for me, that works better than anything because there's nothing rigid about it. Everything flows. And that's how every class was. So I just want to thank you. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you. Gosh,
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, definitely.
good.
Yeah, it's really beautiful how it unfolded. I mean, there was a clear, you know, journey we were all going on. It's not like, you know, we were just winging it. But like with space to really have the process be a creative and organic one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually did throughout. I mean, originally my intention was to sort of record it and do it, you know, sort of where I don't just do it as a recording. And there's no way I can do this particular class as that. Because first of all, the sharing is private, and I want to keep it private, and I want people to feel free to share and safe. So it's like, okay, I'm going to do this class for fun and for it'll always be live if I do it, because it's just not that kind of a class. But it's nice that it does flow, because and I think that's the fact that it was live sort of helped that. So I don't really see it ever not being live. But you know, it was learning for me as well.
No, I think it really works though too. And it really, I think I felt that with the, Debbie, just as you're saying, with the flow of it and being in the flow in the moment, that it helped me to feel that whatever was coming forward was good, and that I didn't feel a pressure to quote unquote write well. My judging mind was able to get out of the way a little bit more because of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh gosh, my writing teacher, Molly, she used to like cram like beat it into our heads. Don't judge yourself. Don't judge yourself. You gotta write so fast you can't even think about it, you know?
Yeah.
And I gotta say, the writing fast really got me into a place of where I can write something and almost not even without thinking about it at all. And then I go back, and yes, a lot of it's crap and you gotta take it out, but there's some really good stuff in there. So
Yes.
I don't know. That hasn't been censored out, you know. I don't know. So, it's very interesting.
I really liked hearing everybody's experience with the journaling
Yes.
and with the journeying. And I think that really helped me.
Uh-huh. Yeah. It always, I mean, like a lot of you know Luz Clara, like, or have heard of her. Your healing is my healing is your healing, and there's always always resonance between the people who share their stories. That just seems to be the way.
Yes.
Wouldn't it be fun to continue the Facebook page, or to grow that, you know, with sharing little writings, or maybe sharing some of the journeys as we go back, or as I go back and do some of the journeys that we've done already.
Yeah, I would love that. I mean, I would be happy to participate.
Okay. Well, who's all on there actually?
I think I don't know. It's me and you and
Sherry.
Sherry,
Yes.
for sure.
Yeah, I don't think I've joined. This is Lois, one of the Loises.
Yes.
The other one has.
Yeah, I really haven't either.
Yeah, I think I put everybody on there, but whether you know, I'll go back and make sure, but I'm not sure. I'm not positive.
Can you send it back out to us so we can
Yeah.
save
Like
it?
those rocks. Oh, I'm sorry, Lois.
No, that's okay.
Oh, well, like those rocks that Sherry had done when we did that, you know, thank you, I love you, thank you, I'm sorry, forgive me, that little prayer. And Sherry put those pictures of those rocks. Did you put those out around in nature, Sherry, or was?
Yeah, the place that I put them is a abandoned Air Force facility that used to be a Japanese internment camp and a World War II POW camp.
Oh, wow.
And I've had some pretty strange things happen to me there. And I always feel like I want to make an offering or something, but I didn't know what to do. And it's 80,000 acres. So it's kind of a hard to wrap your head around that much space. And so I would just go to different places. I've been sitting around making those all the time. Like sometimes that's the first thing I do in the morning. And I just like stick them wherever I feel like, a place needs to be healed.
Wow. And I love that. And that's what I'm talking about. When you shared that on the Facebook, I was inspired. I thought, wow, I want to do something with that.
Yeah.
And I just thought that we could continue sharing anybody that it's inspiring. You're all inspiring me, and I'd love to hear more.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We'll get you on Facebook, Meg.
Yes. I might go in stealth mode, but yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. You can sneak into the group and then just leave.
I was actually gone for 2 whole months from Facebook on purpose. And I came back because of this. I wanted to be part of that group. And I got to tell you, after a couple of weeks, that virtual world, I actually had a little grieving process involved with being gone that long. It was very bizarre because, you really feel connected, but is it real? And
Right.
it's real as you want it to be, actually.
It's interesting, and it's an interesting way to connect. But I think if you use it in the right way, you can actually make some good connections.
Yeah.
I agree. I think one thing that helped me with Facebook was after Trump was elected, I just could not stand even reading all that stuff. And I just kind of backed away from it. But I used it mainly to connect with my family because I have 9 nieces and nephews and 3 sisters and a brother. And I don't live close to any of them. And I live in a place that they don't particularly want to come to visit. So I have to, it's the way I see what they're doing. And, but I think that, I don't know what kind of group, it's like a closed group, how many people can see it, but I do belong to a secret group where only the 4 people in it can see what's going on.
Yeah, now I'm not sure how that works. I really don't. I did it as a closed group, and that just means that we are the only ones who, like, we can see each other's posts, but it posts on your newsfeed, so I'm not sure. I'm really not sure how that works.
That's how a secret group is, too.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know that there is a distinction, but I'm not sure what it is.
Yeah.
I think it's that no one else, if you're a closed group, no one else can post, but they might be able to read. But a secret group, you can only post and read among the members.
Right. I think you're right, because I know somebody who has Kevin Berghardt.
Yeah.
At Curio Grove, he has a closed group because he was having people advertise on his group page.
Right.
So, but a secret group, now my community garden folks, they started a Facebook page, and it's a private group.
Yeah, that's a whole other thing.
And it was frustrating because then I couldn't share it, and I kept saying, this is supposed to be community. This is is this supposed to get the word out? And now I can't share it with anybody. Why does this have to be? I don't know. It's really confusing. But Facebook changes about every couple of months, so.
Yeah. It's you gotta. I think it's fine now. I mean, everybody seems to be able to. I'll double check and make sure. I think everybody's added, which just means that you have to go to the group. But I'll send out a connection to everybody, and if you want to get on, you can, of course.
Do I understand that in a closed group, whatever is posted can be read on other people's feeds by other people? Not that that matters, but
I don't really think so. I think it can only be read amongst the group, but I'll have to double check that.
But a lot of it depends on whether you have how you have your privacy settings for each individual.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, so like I only have friends reading my stuff, so if they saw anything on a closed group, it would be people I know.
Yeah, I'm not
It would
sure.
be just the random public.
Right.
But Facebook is very weird because I'm always having people accepting friend requests that I've never heard of before.
I know. Yeah. I don't know. You know, I use it because I have a company and I have to use it.
Yeah, I think, yeah,
And
it has
and
its
a
place.
good tool. It's a
You
great
just have to navigate it. That's all.
tool. So anybody
But it
else
would
want
also-
to share?
It would be a
You know
really
what,
good
for a
place to, like, if people post their stories, you know, just put their,
Right.
if they have a
right.
short story that they'd like to, that seems
love
to me
to
like the
See that.
easiest way to do it.
Yeah.
And we're a secret group, by the way. I just made sure.
Oh, okay.
We are.
Because nobody's ever said anything like you know, that I've seen you write this post or whatever. I kind of was going to ask somebody if they've seen, because I posted maybe a couple little things. So I went back and looked. It says secret group.
Oh,
That's a
okay.
secret. It's our secret. No one else can see.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Good to know.
That's perfect.
That's good.
So feel free, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I would love to see the stories and poems that come out of here or that come
Yeah.
out of anything that you're doing. It would be fun.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Anybody else have anything they want to share? Okay. All right. I just want to thank you. It's been a pleasure and an awesome experience, and I've learned a lot from all of you, and I've really enjoyed this. And I did send out a survey. If I would love to have your comments, if I could. And other than that, I'm just. I will be in touch, and we can maybe figure out a way to sort of keep in touch and keep it going. That would be fun.
That would be great.
Yeah, that would be great. I'd like that. Thank
All
you
right.
so much, Jean.
Thank you, Jean.
Thank you all. Love you all.
I love you. Bye.
Oh, Gina, I have a quick question. I'll just email you.
Yeah, no, go.
Okay.
Oh, is the private question?
Oh, well, no, I guess not. Just because I haven't scheduled my session with you. Is it too late?
You can just email me. No.
Okay.
It's you can up to like 2 weeks or I mean the rest of the month. You know, just email me. It's available.
Thank you.
I think Debbie, you haven't had one either, Lois.
Right.
If you
Right.
want,
Okay.
email me and set it up.
We're gonna jam them all in.
All right. Take care, everybody.
Okay.
So-
Bye.
Thank you. Bye, Ma.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.